Kofo gets out of bed. Those are full toiletry. Brushes, showers, creams up, does her hair, makes up her face, and dresses up with difficulty but with as much good humor as possible. She gives up when her hands can't reach some parts of her body, smiles sweetly to herself in the mirror after making up and dressing. But Kofo, short for kofoworola, was not born with this condition. Kofo was born some 24 years ago to the Olaofe's family in Ado-Ekiti, a city in southwestern Nigeria. Kofo was about 10 years old when her mom observed a slight bulge in the upper part of her spine. When the matter was referred to the hospital, medical experts diagnosed the condition as scoliosis. Scoliosis, which is the curvature of the spine, began to cause deformity in her, but it seemed her condition was irredeemable. You don't see many people like Kofo every day. Most people don't know what she goes through to get even the most trivial daily activity accomplished. What most young women take for granted, like a shower, hopping into the front seat of a car, or a dash across the road, often seem out to be an ordeal. Kofo sweeps her room on her knees. She does her laundry on her knees. She cooks and washes dishes.
My childhood was pretty normal. I looked forward to becoming a teenager like any other girl of my age. I had no idea that I was going to turn out like this. I watched helplessly as my body grew the wrong way instead of growing upward. My right spine began to protrude. In a bid for the body to get its balance, I guess other parts of the body began to get twisted and curved. My left hip began to grow disproportionately outward. My leg lengths became unequal because if I should stand now, my legs are not equal. Then my head became tilted towards the left shoulder, and it seemed my neck shrank because it could hardly be seen. So when the matter was reported to the hospital, medical experts diagnosed the condition as scoliosis. Scoliosis, which is the curvature of the spine, began to cause deformity in me, and it seemed that the condition is irredeemable. I use knee pads to relieve my knees of intermittent aches. As you can see, I rely on my knees a lot to get by. I discovered several years ago that when I sat down, I felt cramped up or compressed. I also found it very difficult to breathe well. Most times when I sat down, I would only have a measure of comfort after I had tilted my frame to the right hand side. This also has assisted my breathing. This unusual position would have been excellent for me, but it caused me a pain in the hip. This was how I resolved to kneeling down, and I found out that it suited my systems better. So that's why you always find me on my knees. I sometimes make do with commercial motorbikes. I usually get my strength back after a little rest. Scoliosis, pronounced scoliosis, comes from a Greek word which means crooked or bending. About 3 out of every 100 people have some form of scoliosis. Though for many it is not much of a problem, but for a small number of people like me, the curve gets worse as they grow, and they may need braces or surgical operations to get them corrected. So I do get tired easily. Now when I'm all by myself, writing is one of the things I do, just to relieve myself of boredom. So that was what led me into writing my autobiography. So, though not published yet. That's it.
Kofo has chronicled her experience in a memoir, which she hopes to publish soon. Kofoworola Olaofe recently completed her BSc degree in zoology at the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Nigeria.